Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today taking a look at MX vs ATV All Out. I will be honest, I have not really played much of this series. I've heard of the MX vs ATV series. I think I played whatever one's backward compatible on Xbox One. I played that, because I had a feeling that was a free game at some point. I only played a little bit of that. Yeah, I don't know very much about this series, other than, well, I have heard the name in the past. And I got sent a code to this one. A big thank you to the developers, not actually realising this thing was coming out anytime soon, not realising there was another one being made. And I have to say, I lost an hour playing it. I was meant to be doing other things and got distracted playing around on here and was thoroughly enjoying myself playing this game. So it's, well, as the name suggests, about motocross bikes. There are quad bikes. There are also kind of buggies. There isn't the trucks and so on that there have been in previous iterations of it. It's kind of more focused on, well, the MX versus the ATVs and so on. There is racing. There is stunting. There's some interesting sort of cross-country races as well. I'll take a look. This is kind of this big free ride area you can play around in. Oh, we got to fall off the road a little bit. The handling, I don't know how it compares to other versions, but your left stick kind of controls your steering, while your right stick controls the leaning. So you can do tighter turns or you can do wider turns. Useful for when it comes to some of the motocross races. In fact, actually up here, I think, if I remember correctly. Here we go. We've got like a little motocross course. Takes a little while to get used to. If like me, you're more used to dealing with kind of cars. However, pretty nice system. I'd say pretty nice system. Pretty nicely controlling game, shall we say? Ooh, careful now. Yeah, the bikes are fun. Bikes are fun to ride around. I haven't had a go at quad bikes yet. We'll probably have a go at some point during this video. There we go. There's a lot, when you're trying to get the things to go fast, there's a lot of different ways. It's all about sort of getting lines across bumps as correctly as possible now around this sort of, oh crap. Ugh. Ow. We've rolled a person, not rolled a bike. Yeah, around here. Okay, I mean, this is kind of a racetrack, but certainly when you go to some of the kind of checkpoint races where you've got to get through the checkpoints, but you can take whatever route you want in between them, trying to get your lines correct is, yeah, a very important thing. You know, you want to be trying to really keep the bike on the ground for as long as possible. I don't know much about motocross. I'm going to be honest, while I enjoy watching it and the odd occasion I find it on TV, it's quite an exciting sport, and so my knowledge of it is very limited. I'm not the most experienced person to, well, talk about this sort of stuff. And, you know, in terms of physics, I imagine this is relatively, probably not the most arcadey that you will come across, but on the fairly arcadey end of the spectrum. But it controls nicely, and that's to me, that's the most important thing. There is something that I wasn't expecting to come with this game. It does actually have terrain deformation. Now, anybody who's played the old Sega Rally game back on the 360 will remember the incredible terrain deformation on that. Now, this isn't quite as extreme. However, if we pick, so over here, for example, this is a nice flat piece of land. If we now go and fart around on our bike doing some, well, kind of donuts and figure it out. Basically, we mess around on the bike in this terrain using the kind of leany, steery section. You will notice, well, it's starting to get a little bit bumpy. Now, of course, I'm being a bit of a moron with the bike in this area to create this, and you wouldn't perhaps normally have this during a race. But as you can see, well, we've got made a mess, and sure enough, the bike will react to the mess that we have now made. Over the course of a longer race with a lot of bikes and so on racing around an area, yeah, the courses are going to get cut up. Now, as I said, not quite to the same extreme levels that you get on the likes of Sega Rally, but I wasn't expecting to find kind of proper full-on terrain deformation, and as far as I can tell, it doesn't, you know, even on this free roam area, it doesn't vanish. You can still see the lines that I was taking on previous laps. So when I reload this area, sure, it will. But over the course of the race, yeah, it's going to stay there, and it's going to gradually get worse. And I like that. I like a good bit of terrain deformation in my off-road racing. It's not been tried or not been done very often. Not been done very often whatsoever. Again, Sega Rally probably still one of the the greater demonstrations of outside, certainly outside of spin tyres, as as an outright racing game. Yeah, Sega Rally, perhaps the biggest, most well implemented game. We should probably go do some racing now. Which is, I mean, I can fart around in the free roam area, and again, it's good fun with the bikes being nice to drive. We will go and do a single event, so just a one-off race against the AI. There is split screen on this, which is quite cool. Shall we go and start? I like the Supercross events. Let's go for a Supercross event. Now, there are no licensed vehicles in this. I don't know if these are actual circuits. I don't think so. I'm fairly sure with the God, what was it? There is a Supercross game come out. I'm pretty sure that will have all the licensed circuits here. I don't think they are, but there are a lot of circuits. I mean, that's just in Supercross, in National. These are kind of longer circuit races. A whole bunch more. You've got, I think this is, what is this, Open Cross, which I imagine is with the ATVs with the, there's a simple oval there, yeah, with the ATVs, and by the looks of the picture, the big old buggies as well. You got freestyle, you got the Waypoint races. We'll come have a look at it in a little bit, and just free ride. So yeah, I haven't actually driven any of these Supercross stadiums as of yet. Arlington looks fun. Sure, let's go and have a go with that. We can choose. I can race the ATVs. Oh, we can have. Yeah, let's go MX versus ATVs, 250s. You can choose, and this is the same for the career mode as well. You can choose how many laps you want in every in all of the championship. So you can go for a short 3-lap race, or you can go, I think it's all the way up to 30 laps as the maximum. So yeah, you can go do some long races if you want. I say long race. I don't know how long motocross races are, if I'm honest. We're going to go for a 4-lap race. From playing around with the AI, hard is just about my skill level. If I have a good clean run, I can beat the hard AI. If I fall off a couple of times, I'll probably be maybe towards the back or in the mix. All time, probably a little bit too tough for me at the moment. I'll get the hang of it. You know, there's a lot of tricks to getting the motocross bikes to go quickly around circuits. You know, twisting them in the air in the correct way to kind of get them to scrub off height. You know, you don't want to be going too high across. You want to be going high enough to clear the jump, but you don't want to go too high, because the time you spent in the air is not time you spent putting power down. That much I do know about motocross. My brain hasn't quite got the combination of button movements to do the things that I want it to do yet. Yeah, there we go. There's some fire, because of course we need fire at the start of our Supercross event. It's a thing. Here we go. Wait for the gate to fall. I don't know what happens if you try and jump start. I don't know if you face plant it over the what's-it-called, or over the barrier, or not, but I would imagine things would probably not go so well. Okay. I don't know also what the whole shot thing means. It comes up, and I only seem to ever get one. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible start. I only ever seem to be able to get one per race. Yet the AIs can do like 20. So I don't really know. Oh, bugger! What any of that means. I'm sure somebody with more motocross knowledge than me will be able to tell you. Now, having never driven this circuit before, I don't know what I'm doing around here. Essentially, I'm kind of making it up and trying to guess where we can hopefully carry some speed across these jumps. Listen, trying to get that. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible line. Oh, we're going to get attacked by somebody. Yeah, trying to get a smoother run when we're not doing. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be having wheels on the ground and then jump and then maybe wheels on the ground again. Nope. Okay, fine. Jump, a big jump across there. Perfect. We're falling to second. Oh, we're falling to second and they're almost being taken out. God damn it. Now I'm all out of position. You've landed on my face. God damn it. I mean, that would be uncomfortable. I will say that much. That would, I imagine, be quite uncomfortable. I've never had a motocross bike fall on my face before, but I imagine it's not a pleasant experience. I've caught that one up completely. We've slipped to third, and we've nearly been taken out again. There is a way to get a little bit of a speed boost with these. Oh, okay, that's actually carried a lot of speed and actually worked out quite nicely for me. Here we go. You see, now we've got the rhythm going on here. Perfect. Like that. I like that a lot. Not sure if it is the best way to do that. And again, you could experiment. And as you learn the tracks more, you'll learn, you know, what places there are. Like that one there has all gone horribly wrong. You'll learn what places you need to be quick at, what jumps you need to focus on to try and get those good runs. digress. The AI did have a very big crash on the outside. Oh, almost crashed on the inside as well. When you hold the left button is clutch on here, and every so often, if you kind of tap it while you're accelerating, you can get a little bit of a speed boost, which is useful to set yourself up for some of the big jumps. Now, I'm not quite sure if that's how things actually work in motocross. I get a feeling probably not. However, it's a mechanic in this game, and I've balls that one there up completely. There we go. We're getting the hang of it. When you get a sort of a section perfectly, is very rewarding. Very rewarding, sorry, indeed. Oh, there we go. We're fine. Oh, panic and turn. Uh-oh, we're going to get attacked by another AI. AI seem pretty competent at this. Pretty good fun to race against. As I said, you'll want to experiment with finding a difficulty level that suits you. You want a nice... Oh, the AI are crashing into the barriers a lot. You want a nice close race. I'm sure over a little bit of time I will get the hang of this and be able to race against, the tougher AI, but as long as you get a close race, doesn't really matter. You can see how the track's getting really cut up around that corner, which, again, from my very limited experience with motocross, I do know that is a sort of thing that happens and something that that you do need to be able to deal with. You can see where the AI have had a lot of crashes over there. I think that was last time around, everybody just filed themselves into that one. You can see the different lines going. It's quite... I like a good terrain deformation because it's quite interesting to see where people are going. You'll often be able to tell where I've gone because I'll be completely out of position compared to the AI. You can see where the AI are going and where I'm going. Oh, where did you come from? Did you just crash your way through what's it called? A barrier to get there. I've not got this bit here right at all, have we? There we go. And boing. Oh, we're a little bit to the inside. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. And side. They're actually official bike names because there's just saw Husqvarna on the inside. There are proper bike names around on the sponsorship for these areas. But there we go. Not actual bikes that we can own in the game. One more time around. I thought that was the final lap. Crap, I was almost celebrating. One more time to go. I like these sort of events. I like these sort of arena races with the bikes. And as you saw, there's a good number of them, and this is just a small part. Ah, no. Paused it up completely. Come back. There we go. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. And twisty roundy things. I'm sure there are different ways. And again, I will probably continue to experiment with different ways around these corners, different ways of trying to find speed while I'm learning the motocross. And there is, yeah, plenty of options. Trying to keep the front up over there. Nearly didn't work. We nearly ate dirt. Never mind. Try and run kind of high up on the banking, try and get you some good speed off of the corner. Now, when you're actually in close battles, amazingly, I managed to get myself to the front and actually run fairly well. But when you're running in close battles, oh, it's all gone wrong here. There are plenty of different options, ways to make corner speed to get overtakes done. You can try and take tight lines. You can take tight lines, of course, shorten the circuit, dive up the inside as you would with a car. Wider lines, you can get more speed off of the corner, and sometimes you need that extra speed to clear a certain jump, depending on the circuit, depending on where you are at the circuit, or where you're on the track and so on. A lot to think about. Woohoo! Victory! Celebration! Crash! Celebration sort of spin along the ground, and there we go. That was a Supercross race. Good fun. They're very good fun, those events. Yeah, I still don't know what the whole shot thing is. Shall we, if we go... Let's just go and exit out of all of that. Aside from the racing, there is, as you would expect, plenty of customization for your character and for your vehicles as well. You can buy all of the various gear. We'll get there in a minute. Downsides to everything, loading times are quite long. Loading times are quite long in between events. And you don't need to kind of load into any of these menus. You can just pause stuff while you're in the free ride, and then you can go and get to customize your rider, buy vehicles, and so on. But yeah, to actually load up the circuits is a little bit expensive. So, okay, sure. You can have a male or female. You can put the name on the back, which is, you store out FailRace. You can have your number. You can change all of the various bits and pieces. Now, these bits do cost you a little bit of money. What are these, 600 motocross points, whatever they are. It's not difficult to earn the money on here whatsoever. I mean, up to 20,000 here. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's almost FailRace colours. Perfect. Yes, I will have that. You can change the colour on all of them as well. So, yeah, there is plenty of customization to be going on, as you would kind of expect. Is that a golf livery? Almost. I say golf livery. Golf livery on your rider. if you so wish. Oh, do you? I like the look of that. Do you have? You don't quite have a black and orange. Damn. Yeah, there's plenty of fiddling around with a character. If that is your thing. Let's go and have a look at, if we go back from all of that. Now, there doesn't seem to be a massive amount of vehicles. Actually, sorry, I want to go to dealership. So, shop for vehicles. Oops, some of those are a little bit... I think these are a little bit too expensive, god damn it. These are the UTVs. That's a lot of money. There are your quad bikes. They're too much. They're too much for me to be buying. There are various different engine sizes for the different bikes. Again, I don't know much aside from bigger engine, probably more power, but probably heavier and a bit more awkward to work with. Do we go and buy a quad bike? I was hoping I'd had enough for those. Apparently we do not. Sure, let's go and buy a 450 quad bike. That sounds fun. Yes, I want that. And then we can go swap vehicles, I think, to... Oh, hello game. There we go. ATV. I think I actually already had some stuff around. Oh, okay. Apparently I did have one of these already. Sure. Okay, we'll go for a drive in the UTV. And these have all got customizable parts as well. You can upgrade the vehicle, give it more power. You've got to be, got to be careful. Some of the stuff that that you can tune with as well. The engine will. Where's the tuning option? There's a way to... tuning. There we go. We can tune the engine, for example, to give it more power, but then that reduces the traction, makes it a little bit more difficult to drive, and so on. It's not, the most advanced tuning I've ever seen in a game. However, apparently A-bars that way is better for everything. Sure. Suspension... Yeah. So there is tuning and so on. You can set vehicles up how you want. We do apparently, by the looks of it, get some in-air control or some control over the suspension with it. We do get some in-air control with the UTV as well. Okay, maybe that quite so much. Okay, we could probably do a backflip with it if we wanted. If we could go set it up at a big enough jump. Here we go. No, okay, not gonna quite get it there. Here we go. This is what we need. This is where we need. And woohoo! Come on! Backflip, backflip, backflip. Land it! Woohoo! Don't quite know how that one works, but there we go. Is that going to be quite difficult? Hey, we'll keep the nose up over those as well, which is cool. Shall we go and take this thing racing? Sounds like a good idea to me. So we'll go, we'll go some Waypoint. I quite like this when I had a go with it. Again, there are plenty of different courses here, kind of spread over, I think it's about four different areas, sort of free roam areas, if you like, in which these courses are spread out over. Let's go. I quite like this area. Is quite impressive looking. So we'll go UTV 1000, which I'm pretty sure is what we have here, and let's go and give this a start. So the game's placed various checkpoints around the map. You've got to get through them in a certain order. However, the route you take between them is completely up to you, which leads to some interesting decision-making. You can try and go as the crow flies. Maybe that's very bumpy. You can try and avoid the bumps to keep the vehicle, on the ground for as long as possible, putting power down for as long as possible, but then naturally that means you're going to be potentially going further. So, you've got to find a balance. Haven't done a race with the UTVs yet, so this should be fun. Please let me not be completely and utterly terrible with them. And it wasn't a good start. It wasn't a good start, as everybody goes airborne. Now these, I will imagine, are going to cut the track up considerably more than the little bikes. You'll see all the AI are going for the big old jump. Normally they're better than that at all going for the big old jump. Some will, some won't. Like the AIs themselves will take varying routes around here. Some of them will be cleverer, some of them will make mistakes, some of them will, try to avoid big air times in keeping the vehicles on the ground. Oh, Christ, where are we going over this way, aren't we? As far as kind of looks-wise go for the game, okay, it's probably not the best-looking game in existence ever, but it's not bad looking at all. Some of the areas are quite pretty, to say the least. I think it's running on Unreal Engine, this one. Oh, no, I didn't commit to that one. Well, I should have committed just to go for the jump. Oh, they're all bumped into rocks as well. Apparently they're not quite so... They're okay with quad bikes and with the motocross bikes. When you give them these things, they have a few issues, apparently, with the old the AI navigation work. The James May Award goes to some of the guys in this race. Anyway, yes, I digress. Appearance-wise, yeah, pretty good-looking game. Again, of what I have seen so far, I like the atmosphere of this particular area that we are running through, and the stadiums, while I haven't driven all of them, are pretty damn cool. Oh, go on, try and twist that one there to get a landing down. That's okay. We're not having too bad a time here. The AI have got... oh, that was a poor decision. Going for the as the crow flies approach. Very nearly got in a lot of trouble. Got that one stuck. Yeah, the AIs are not having quite as much fun times, it seems, with these. I have found, when I was doing kind of the championship mode, if you like, sometimes I got really lucky. I say sometimes I got really lucky. Sometimes in these, waypoint races, I got to the front and ran away just because I was making good decisions with my kind of course selection, with my route between them. I say quite bad. I like to explore. I like to experiment. I don't really follow much in the way of a set path. And sometimes that works out for me. Sometimes it really doesn't. Oh, crap. Okay, we're between the ramps. That's fine. Hey, victory for us. Yeah. So sometimes my exploring will get me going very quickly. We'll get a very good finish time. There, for example, was 28 seconds clear. Oh, you've stolen my number, you bugger. God damn it, they're all UTVs Unlimited, and they still couldn't keep up with me. Anyway, yeah, sometimes my pathfinding will mean I go very quickly. Sometimes it'll mean I've boosted it all up completely, and... I guess that's kind of how that sort of event works, really. At the end of the day... yeah, could probably run with the harder AIs on that one. I've got to go for another Supercross because these are really good fun. I really like these. Where shall we go? Shall we go to a nice mean circuit? Where's a nice mean looking circuit? That's a really weird way you start in that. Las Vegas. Yes, let's go. Oh, UTVs at Las Vegas. This sounds fun. This sounds not like at all a recipe for a really big crash in the first corner. There absolutely nothing could possibly go wrong in any way, shape or form with 16 odd UTVs piling into a corner. Audience, place your bets on who's going to get screwed over. Will it be me? Will it be an AI vehicle of some description? There's quite a good chance it's going to be me. Either that or I'm going to run away at the front again. Here we go. Las Vegas Supercross. Oh god, is it actually stack us up in the gates? I'm glad it allows us... Oh, might be a little bit creeping there. I'm glad it allows us to race these around the Supercross courses. I don't think you would normally see these racing at a Supercross course, but I'm glad the game is allowing me to do the dumb things that I do in video games. One AI's got lost in all of that. I think there's... Oh, okay, the AI do get a little bit confused. Go! If... where are we? Oh, I don't know where they're going. I don't know where we're going. We've been landed on. No. Come on, buggy. We can make this. Oh, grab the brakes. We're going to try and eat. Okay, we're carrying. Well, we were being carried, I should say. Yeah. When I make games do stupid things that they shouldn't do, sometimes the AIs are not so happy with it. And apparently they haven't quite figured out the whole width of the UTV malarkey. Oh, we've got all terrible speeds through there. Oh, this one's been fired. Oh, no. We're firing vehicles every which way. Oh, crap, there's crossover points there. This is an interesting circuit, to say the least. No, we've been tackled. That's not how you over. Now we're going to be the ones distributing barriers around the place. Okay, we've got some work to do. We have got some work to do. I also have a sneaky suspicion this track probably won't be surviving so well with all of these vehicles carrying around. I've also just noticed, is that thing correct? On the... Oh, where have you come from? I don't even know. There's just vehicles are appearing up the circuit. Okay, maybe this wasn't a good track to test these out around. No, we're eating barriers. Go. Get rid of the giant battery. I don't want that. I don't want that around the place. I was trying to see if the big old stand was correct in terms of the positioning with the numbers. Oh, we've eaten the golf buggy. I don't mean golf buggy with that livery. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. Either way, we're on to lap number 2. somewhere along the line we've hit a lap number 2. Oh, someone's had a crash. I don't think that was, that wasn't one that we were actually racing for position with. Oh, uh-oh. Now, it will allow you to get away with a little bit of off-track. It won't immediately tell you off, and there is potential ways to exploit that if you were wanting to, shall we say. Yeah, you can kind of cut corners a little bit. Too much, and the game is going to tell you off. Okay, no, this is the fight. That's the finish line. What are you doing? Why are you... No, we've got one AI has just lost his mind. He was having a bad race and has since decided to try and ruin everybody else's. I mean, I'm doing a pretty good job of getting lost on this on my own. Damn it, I really wanted to be involved in a fight. Oh, there's been some argy-bargy. There's been some argy-bargy up ahead. I will say thank you very much. Oh, I think that was the buggy that I was trying to eat earlier. It does look like whatever... Can't figure out that tree, but it does look like, because my number 21 was at a position I could see it last time around, but now I'm in a different position and I now can't see my number. So maybe it is correct. Can I see a 21? Nope, we're just gonna land on Burns. No, none of us have got this one right. Oh god, that got very, very unhappy. Come on, go. I was forgetting my clutch thing. I was forgetting the little boop the clutch thing. Oh, the guy ahead's had a crash. He's had actually a very, very big off. Oh no! No, he's been reset at a terrible point for me. I know where the... Okay, yeah, there is one AI that's very lost as to where they're going. Let's not worry about them. That's the finish line. We can out-drag that guy for 4th place. Where is... I don't... Ooh, okay, we've got another little bit more corners to go than I remembered we did. Come on. Land that one very, very badly there. That's terrible landing. Stay ahead. We're in... I mean, 4th place isn't terrible. Not from what was a pretty awful start. And across the line we go. Yes, it is correct. I'm again looking at that stand in the background. 4th place, 21. So that's a neat little feature. That's a neat little feature indeed. We didn't get fastest lap. I was terrible in terms of lap time compared to the 3 guys. Oh, they're in the unlimited. Don't count those. Ignore those. I thought I said it's the one that... Not sure why. They're stupidly fast, but I was the quickest of the 1000s. No, I wasn't. Damn. Burns actually got a faster lap, but kept falling off the circuit, so... I ended up beating him. Yeah, it's... I'm enjoying myself on this game. I am very much enjoying myself on this game. It is a tad expensive. I think it's £31 or £32, sorry, on Steam. I say a tad expensive, you know, that's how much games... Christ, that's a big wheelie in a buggy. Do they do that sort of thing? I'm not sure. Yeah, as far as expense goes, it's not the cheapest game out there, and yeah, there are other ATV versus MX games. I don't know how much has changed in this one. What I do know is that, as I said, I lost an hour because I was just farting around having fun with this. There is plenty of enjoyment to be had out of this game. I was very surprised by the terrain deformation. Wasn't expecting to see that make an appearance in here. There isn't, there's only... Well, there's kind of 3 vehicles with slight variations between them. Yeah, there isn't licensed manufacturer stuff, and the loading times are a little bit long. But on the whole, yeah, I quite like it. I quite like it indeed. Just doing silly stuff now with our buggy. That though is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time. Goodbye.